Previously, in the slave anime, Yuuki was enjoying his days in the Demon Defense Force by becoming powerful among all the ladies. His rewards were pleasing for a well-done job from his master every time, and Tenka joins the harem and was trying to seduce Yuuki, but suddenly a humanoid Shuki that were attacking Demon Defense Forces attacked 7th Squadron's place and kidnapped Yuuki. But the kidnapper turned out to be his long-lost sister named Aoba, but she had turned into half-monster state, and Yuuki tried to convince her and her friends to take help from the Demon Defense Force, but just mentioning their name turned them hostile, and on the other side, Tenka and Kyouka joined hands to rescue Yuuki. But Yuuki was with his sister Aoba and she told him that she turned into this half-monster state because of the Mado Peaches, which were known to give magic powers to human girls. That shocked Yuuki because this news was never made public, so Aoba was about to tell him into details, but their Nano and Coco came in to explain thoroughly to him. Those were some painful days for them. Nano was a gorgeous model, and one day while she was having a photo shoot for a magazine, she got sucked into Mado mishap and ended up in Mado world. She didn't have any Peaches ability, so she had to run away from Shukis, and to save her life, she consumed the Peaches in Mado world, and unluckily the power went out of control. So the next thing she saw was that she was in an unknown place and an old hag kept staring at her. In the state of confusion, she got to know that she's in Yin Yang dorm in Mado world, which is a research facility to study Shuki. That old hag showed her about her transformation and explained that the miasma of the Mado world is causing her to turn into half-breed, and that is what they were studying. So she asked Nano for her cooperation, and in panic she agreed to become their experiment tool to anyhow get her body back to normal, and from then on, the horrible things happened after that mistake of hers, but soon after a new power within her arose and she got the ability to move through things, so she was able to escape from that hell, and as for others, they ran out one way or another, but the suffering was the same, and for Aoba, it was a little different. Her symptoms were even worse because of her power. But she found this place and hid herself while she struggled to keep her human sense for years, and after overcoming her hardship, she found Coco and Nano and brought them here. Yuuki thought of telling this to others, but it's futile because Yin Yang is a government organization that believes Mado is beneficial to their nation. For example, no one knows about half-breeds even now, so their goal is to save others like them and reveal the truth to the world, for that they have modified Shuki on their side, one of which was Kadamaru, who killed Kyuka's mother. But they are different from normal Shukis because they are tamed as they are well behaved, but Yuuki still believes that the Demon Defense Force would favor them if they learn the truth, so Nano tells him that Supreme Commander already knows about this and never did anything, but their Aoba senses Demon Defense Force were approaching and ordered others to move out. Meanwhile, Tenka kept using her ability to travel in the direction Kyouka was feeling Yuuki and found the hidden cave. Tenka was pissed off because she felt like Yuuki was being stolen from here. But they still planned to negotiate with humanoid Shuki like the Supreme Commander had ordered before engaging in combat, but the Shukis attacked them, and after taking them out, Coco came out to block them, so the power type like Shira and Tsuruga stayed behind to hold her down, and Kyouka and the others moved in, and further getting in, another one showed up, and Azuma's sister stayed behind this time to buy some time, and meanwhile, Aoba told Yuuki to stay inside, but Kyouka and Tenka already got in. Aoba thought she could protect Yuuki from them, but Tenka already got him swiftly and took Kyouka and Yuuki to a different place. They were inside of a cave and the long-holding rewards finally kicked in, and seeing how Kyouka was rewarding him, Tenka couldn't hold back and joined in as well. Those two just kept rewarding him, but Aoba found them instantly. She was irritated, but Yuuki stopped her from attacking. This time, Yuuki didn't bend down, and seeing him, Aoba finally calmed down, which shocked the two, and Yuuki told them she's her sister and explained everything about Yin Yang and experiment. And away from their Coco and her pet Kuma were kicking the heck out Tsuruga and Shahar. Their Tsuruga got big to finally show her true power, and Azuma sisters were also giving a hard fight to Nano's pet, but Nano kept herself hidden to observe Yachiho and her power, whereas Kyouka promised to destroy the Yin Yang dorm, but Aoba was planning to go on her own to revolt, so Yuuki vouched for Kyouka. But she treated Yuuki like a slave, but Yuuki tells Aoba that he became her slave of his own free will to save those in need, but still, Aoba didn't listen to him this time, and tied him up to keep him out of their fight, so she called out her pet to join in the fight, and Tenka decided to face Aoba herself. But first, she introduced herself to future sister-in-law as Yuuki's lover and commander of the 6th Squadron, but that just ticked her off, and Coco was keeping Sahara and Tsuruga at bay, and when Sahara attacked her, her punch slipped out, so Kuma took the chance to attack, but Tsuruga used her size to take advantage of it. She tries to squeeze Kuma, but Kuma was a tough nut to crack, so she stomps on Kuma. But Kuma was more sturdy and came out safely, whereas Coco was slippery and Kuma was sturdy. They were a bad match for them, and Azuma's sister were still with the spider Shuki. But at last, Yachiho stopped the time and shot the Shuki in the head. That finally killed him, but Nano took advantage of the opportunity to take down Himari, but somewhere far away, Shikoku and her minions were carrying out their own plan to attack Aoba and the Demon Defense Force at the same time. But that's the end of episode 10, but stay tuned to watch the next episode. Until then, watch the previous episodes in the playlist named Chained Soldier in the playlist section on my channel, so please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon for more anime recaps. Until then, take care.